But yeah, that's kind of the only good thing about COVID is, damn, that was a lot of deprogramming from the whole temptation, you know. I was like, oh, I like myself at home, actually. Actually, I've always liked this. So did I have peace of mind being this beastly, right? And you guys don't want to admit it. When you're horny, you got horns. You don't want to admit it, but you're looking in the fucking mirror. That Baphomet is you. That's you. You're emotional, you have tits. I'm emotional, I'm gonna get some McDonald's. I'm gonna get a cigarette, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get alcohol, I'm gonna cope. I'm emotional, I gotta cope. You're sitting, you're not in motion, you're never active. You only point at the active principle because you manipulate people into thinking you're masculine. So you point up and go, this is me, I'm bringing this, but I'm also bringing this. No, you're not, dude. You're saying you're bringing the light. You're saying you're bringing sunlight. All I see is two fucking moons. What about distance relationship where you see each other every 3 weeks? If you see a girl every 3 weeks, she's getting fucked by another dude. Okay. And if you're a super Chad and magnetic, maybe you'll have her, but it's just arguments. It's like stupid. It's not a girlfriend unless you live with her. Let's be honest. Okay. Long distance, even if they're one town away from you, that's not your girl. Someone banned Wabbits. This guy's cringe as fuck. Yeah, so no peace of mind. But now, let's focus, all right? Let's get back to this shit. Living with a girlfriend outside of marriage is a sin. Yeah, what choice do you have, bro? Is anyone in this chat getting married? If it's 70%, 80% divorce rate, your parents can't even hold a fucking marriage. You guys have no fucking chance. Just call it how it is. You guys are beating the world. You guys without your Ferraris are going to beat the world. Good job. Yeah, that's the mindset, dude. No, Edward, I don't. Well, if you're in EU, maybe. Something like towns, I guess. Anyways, the reason why this Mason wears this thing so low, why is he wearing this necklace so low? Like, why is it designed to be this low? This sacral energy goes up like the penis, right here, right there, right Baphomet, right there. Look at that, right there. You think the guys who print money, your politicians, well, the ones with power, you really think they're in these clubs to be better, man? Satanic. So whether they tell you, hey, I'm a solar, I'm the good guy, or hey, I'm satanic, I'm the bad guy, well, it's both coming from your penis into here. So some people think, oh, look at that, my third eye is my penis and I do sex magic on Epstein's Island, and oh, I open my third eye, this is not from my penis, this is just right here. This is right here. No, this goes up Jacob's ladder. The serpent goes up, coils, and just like this, who rules you, the Mon Eye, that serpent, boom, you see more. Full Gnosis. And if you really want superpowers, right, if you want a fast track to hell, do what Crowley did and start fucking little boys. You're going to go to jail, you're going to go to hell, and you're going to be in a lake of fire for eternity. Aleister Crowley talked about how an 11-year-old boy is the most energy you can get. An 11-year-old boy of high intelligence purity, virgin, but their mental plane has to be exercised. I guess they have to get straight A's. And that's why there's so many pedophiles. There's like a pedophile problem with the ruling class. It's the highest source of power, right? You know how it's now you have people in your phone that are your friends who have peed on their girlfriend to be kinky, and some that don't tell you the girl would like suck on the dick with a little pee on it. And then some who are just like drinking drugs and going even harder, they'll drink a bit of pee, some will drink a glass, and it just keeps going more and more. These are your friends. They don't tell you how they get down. You know? They don't tell you. They actually suppress it. They eat ass. And they look you in the eye and always say the same thing. She was clean, John. And I always respond the same way. Oh yeah? Yeah, that's gonna make a difference for that humiliation ritual. And then they get angry. They go, no, she was clean, John. And I say, okay. Where did it happen? And they remember they posted pictures that day of them at Disneyland with the caption saying, we fucked in the back room at Disneyland. And they just look at you like, does this guy follow me? I forgot. And they're sweating and shit. But she showered before we went to Disneyland, John. She showered before we went on the roller coasters that increased her sweat and got a little poo out of her because she was so scared. And I swear she showered before we went there, John. I didn't know I was engaging in black magic and dark arts. I thought we were just having fun. It's not like my subconscious knew. John, I swear she showered. John, I swear she showered. She's holy, she's clean. She's not satanic. John, I swear she showered. And the whole time, I'm looking at his fucking brown tongue, wanting to slap the taste out of his mouth, but he can't taste shit. When you walk with Satan, you gain 400 pounds eating anything you want, and you can't even fucking taste the food. Food don't even taste good anymore. You need dopamine, you need love, you're a dopehead. You keep fucking eating and eating, or you can't taste it. Why can't I taste it, man? I'm suffering with gluttony, why can't I taste the food? When you're fit and eat right, food is fucking delicious. You have a burger when you're fit, you earn that fucking bitch. That shit's water. That shit's soaking. Bison burger. And when you're fit, you're so clear-headed that you want to eat more, but oh, you're getting excited. You can't eat. You gotta take a shit. You're excited. Oh my God, I gotta go stream. I gotta go shit so I can go stream. Because you got the mindset to do the work. 5,000 pounds, you'll never start that stream. You're tired, bro. You're tired before you eat the food. You're tired after. Yeah, carbohydrates are satanic, but not in and of themselves. It's because you either have fats or carbs that you respond to well, and you gotta like see which ratio. Do you like this one higher or this one? But in this modern American diet, you're getting your fats, right? Everything's calorically dense. That's why it's always bad to supercharge, spike your fucking insulin with carbohydrates and sugars, because like these two are the like serpents, right? In Europe, it's way easier to eat, but in America, it's insane. Zherka, explain why eating the box is satanic. Eating the box. Okay. When a woman sucks you off, you guys are being bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best thing in the world. Right? But she looks in form when she does it. Some like to argue that this is, evil to say, but the most gorgeous she'll ever look is on her knees. The one time she'll feel the most confident. That's why they do that in PE class. You remember in your high school and shit? That's why in PE class, when you guys are sitting, they like to do that, looking at you and like stretch their back and start fucking. They know what they're doing. That's why when you're in a room with them, you're at a party, that's why they do that. That's why if they really fucking master getting dicks hard, they sit like a hoe, like their lumbar is straight. You ever seen her just sit bent? What the fuck? Bitch is bent sitting. No human sits like that. Right? When a hoe wants something, her posture is perfect, like it's a job interview with your cock. Right? When your girl want to manipulate you, she's smiling and sitting fucking perfect. Like, oh, did you go to a chiropractor? What's going on? Why are you doing that? Even if she's in front of you, she knows what she's doing. Right? They put a ponytail on and then boom, they arch their back sitting. You're like, the fuck? That's not her. And then you feel her about to say it. Just take the fucking credit card, get the fuck out, give me some peace of mind. Because appreciate you, Anon. I don't believe in like paying for girls and shit, but I'm not gonna lie, my biggest weakness is that fucking excitement I get when I have that quick fantasy of her fucking off. When I go, all the talking's gonna stop if she just takes this credit card and goes to Starbucks. Bitch, fly, I'll get you an Uber, don't come back. Hey, that's the biggest fantasy I have when they're like getting on my nerves. A lot of people think like I want to fight and stuff like that. Yeah, when I was fucking unemployed, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue. Right? An argument's like something that is like to like charge the sex. It's not really what I want in my life. I'll block for arguments easily. Fucking dumbass. It's funny because like women will do everything to like try and maintain a man, and they go, I think I'm doing it. My friends are telling me I'm doing it. Right? But if they jumped in our heads for 10 seconds, that's all they'd need. They'd just win the game. They'd have 100 dudes proposing. Because then they'd be like, oh, sex and quiet? They'd give you sex and they'd be quiet. They just leave your room. They go to the living room and call their fucking whatever. You walk home from work and all of a sudden they want to talk to you. But if they're in a bad mood, they come home from work, you leave them alone. You're respectful as fuck. You don't say like, oh, you go do the dishes and shit. You can see in her face, she was defeated. She fucking lost. She's a loser today. Absolute fucking loser. Let her just be a loser. Let her calm down. Right? I'm not going to be a villain and be like, you know what? We need to talk about something serious and shit. I'm not going to do that. I'm not the devil. But they see you walk in pissed and they still want to ask you. I'm going to my friend Stacy's house. I know she's fucked 10 dudes at the same time 10 years ago, but I don't think it's that bad because it's 10 years have passed. And you're like, what the? You don't see my fucking face? I was going to kill myself before you told me that. Now I realized I have to do it because even hell wouldn't be as bad as the fucking news I'm getting walking through that fucking door. And I don't kill myself, right? That's just a figure of speech. A lot of people are like, oh, women can't sense when you're pissed, you walk through the door. Yes, they can. Actually, better than you, right? They can walk through the door and you don't know they're mad, right? That's why you go, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. But they still need to me. Why? Because it's a chaotic brain, right? That's why they love being whipped. They go, oh, the chaos stopped. He finally told me to shut the fuck up. Oh, finally I can stop thinking about nail polish. Oh, thank God for this man. Oh my God. I remember when I'm like, yo, I'm going to stop dating chicks who just looking in the mirror and applying makeup. I'm going to date a paralegal. I'm going to date someone who's in fucking university. The same fucking problems. I was like, whoa. That's like having a roommate that's a Chad and always partying. And then I go live with a nerd and he's fucking always partying and loud. That's insane to me. I'm like, there's different kinds of men, but damn, those girls, they line up. You know, their mental plane is seriously passive. Like everything goes in their brain. Anything they see on TV is just fucking sinking in there. Boom. If a girl's a conspiracy theorist, she's getting dicked down by a conspiracy guy. It's not because she's all watched fake news and said that has to be fake, right? If men didn't exist, every woman would be running around saying, holy fuck, monkeypox is coming. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Monkeypox is coming. But when it says monkeypox on the TV and they see their dad or brother just raise an eyebrow and say something sarcastic, they snap out of it. Even when they think monkeypox is fake, the chaos in their brain goes, but if there's one chance, if there's 1% chance it's real, I'm gonna die. Should I focus on this 1%? What if it's 0.1%? I could die. I'm fucking dying right now. Drop dead, bitch. I'm kidding. Yeah. So the mental plane is a scary world for women. That's why they do better when they're married. Right? Because they love to lie to you, but they just steal your mental plane. I don't want to use the word steal, but it's the only thing that's going to get in your head where you never forget what I'm saying with this fucking dumb drawing and shit. They literally, hey, I'm dating Zherka, so I'm going to listen to his music. I'm going to speak like him. I'm going to do everything like him. I'm going to copy this guy. They don't even know that they're turning into clones, right? This mental plane is insane. It's like if she watched Pokemon all day and I got addicted to staying with her and I love Pokemon. Like even when she's not home, I watch Pokemon because I got it from her. That never has ever happened to any, maybe a simp. But usually he'd cry and be like, I miss her. I can't watch Pokemon alone. So this mental plane, this is where women fail. But they're socially calibrated and they're strong souls and emotional and all that. They're good here, right? Their emotions are not at whack. It's this. When they don't control this, this is when they fuck up. They're thinking too much. Ooh. Okay, if you're thinking so much, why don't you be an engineer thinking that much? The fuck? You understand? Is what I'm saying even penetrating your cabinet? Everything I'm saying would resonate a lot better if there were no elemental shit on screen. right? Look at this. Look, everyone believes me all of a sudden. As soon as you make it into an anime, they go, dude, I don't know about this. Right? If I took this guy off the screen and said, women are chaotic. They don't control their mental well. They're very emotional because they think too much. Oh yeah, I agree with that. As soon as you show them this, everyone starts fucking losing their mind. Why? Because when we delete this, everything is going according to plan. Oh yeah, I know, like Andrew Tate said that, and I believe what John said. Everything is going according to plan. You give them Masonic literature, boom, I didn't learn this. I've never seen this in my life before. Not even Alex Jones showed me this. Why should I trust this book? Who cares if these guys print money and have billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars? I want to trust the science, dude. I want to do what, like, I have a piece of shit truck. I want to do more things to have like a better truck. You understand? Is Baphomet, Moloch, Jupiter, or Lucifer all the same? The devil has many names. Well, why you're confused is, yes, Satan is a force, but remember, it's 1/3 of all archangels that went with Satan. So there's a lot of them. But what you described, it is the same, if they're doing the same thing with children. Where it's different is greed is different from lust. Right? These are different demons. But Moloch, Baal, those are the same ones. They're doing the same thing. They're like working on the same sin. Like a lot of the sins overlap too. When it rains, it pours, right? John, I will believe you if you quote anything from Genesis. The stars in the firmament. Okay, how about that? Or let there be light. How's that one? And on the seventh day, let's go back to this. Okay. So your sexual energy, that fluid goes up your spinal, right? Let's focus on this side. Shoo, right? Dick is here. Let's say this is your dick. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love this girl. Wow. I'm not simping. And then it goes up, up, up. Boom. Third eye awakened. But not everyone can do this because they wrote in their books the pineal gland is smaller and deformed in the stupid. So there's a lot of people who kick a soccer ball and they don't see it go in the net. So they suck after 10 years of playing. And then there's people like Ronaldo that goes, it's already in. Right? They see it in their fucking third eye and it just goes in every time. It's not satanic what Ronaldo's doing, right? It's not like he's going through practicing that ritual and stuff like that. He's worked hard with what God gave him. But the level of money he's at the like almost billions, means there has to be something else, right? What do they say? Like when it's over 30 million, there's a trade in morals happening somewhere. Something happened. Aleister Crowley wrote that his powers awakened. He was like against gay people, right? But one time he had a gay experience and then all of his powers actually started doing things after his first gay experience. Which is kind of interesting because like a lot of people at the top they're not like gay where they like men. They're not bisexual where they like men and women. They're just always down to fuck it. Even like children. Like Jeffrey Epstein. Anyone who massages Jeffrey Epstein, it'll turn him on. Even if it, like a dog rubs against his leg. There's people who, if they're like petting a dog, they think about it, you know? And so this third eye, right? Technically, you use it every day in like its smallest form, right? But they say it's calcified, it's weakened. The stupid and atheists have like a dog shit version of it. The people with natural diets and more spiritual, theirs is better. But people who get horny and do rituals and horny and rituals and horny and keep staying there, right? They practice enough and they have psychic visions of how to paint a Mona Lisa. This is according to their books. I'm not just making shit up. All those YouTube channels who talk about the third eye are making a lot of shit up. Like, they can never cite a source ever. They just make shit up. They say third eye opens and you can either be closer to God or the devil. No, dude. No. When it's opened like that fully, right? When you awaken your third eye, it's the least faith you will ever have in your creator. Because you'll know for a fact God exists. But you'll also know for a fact you're going to hell for this knowledge. And you chew the apples. You understand? Gnosis. The Gnostics had Gnosis. These wizards and shit. Druids. Hermeticists. Gnosis, knowledge, is the least faith you can have in God. The most faith you can have in God is in prison when they take the book from you and you still believe. You're stranded on an island, you have no one around, you think you're gonna die. Or you get tested too. What if you forget? There hasn't been a day in a human's life where they don't think about God. Sometimes I think there's not even a fucking second, especially if you count the subconscious. Well, if you count that, it's like game over. Why you doubt yourself every day is like, you're like, am I walking with the devil? Do I actually like video games? Or maybe I want to be an engineer. Maybe I want to do something else. Maybe I'm just getting into gaming because I'm talking to this girl and this is not the real me. All that doubt is questioning who you're walking with. You can't serve two masters. You're either walking with Satan or you're walking with the fucking truth. That's why these streams that get a lot less viewers, they still have to happen. I still have to do them. It's the real me, right? Even if they never get one subscription, I have to do these, right? Not for like you guys. I'm doing it for myself. I have to do these streams because the most satanic thing you could do is keep it all to yourself and play VR. I remember I was getting like 3,000 views playing VR, right? Let's say I'm playing VR instead. I go like 10 years never talking about it. So why they have an eye usually on the apron, in this case they have the sun, right? This guy got money. And they have it here is the raised dick, right? Dick goes from here all the way up. I don't know how to say this without making it a joke, but it all comes from generative principle. So that's what the G in Masonry is, right? It's pretty much the sex act. That's why her legs are right here in the symbol. Symbols rule the world, right? Let me show you something. This is all penetrating your psyche without you even knowing it. But your subconscious knows what the fuck the truth is. Your subconscious knows to fucking breathe when you're asleep, repair a cut on your hand or whatever. It just does it by itself. So deep down, let's wipe this board. Let's go into it, okay? Check this. This is gonna get ridiculous here. This is like where everyone's gonna be like checking out. But you look. Why am I angry? What the fuck? I gotta check that. Let's fucking go. Okay, sorry. Okay, when you look at this sigil, right? It's inverted by Dilemma or Crowley. This symbol is the sexth act. Okay? These are her legs, right? This is her legs in missionary. And this is the guy over her going balls deep. Excuse me. I'll make the guy blue for this. Actually, you know what? The woman is blue. She's always water. So remember, the woman's triangle is down like a vagina, and the man's is a penis. It's up. Upright triangle. So that's how your brain interprets everything you see, really. That's billions of dollars goes into this for marketing too, like for like logos and Coca-Cola and all that shit. Like they look into this stuff. A lot of times they sneak in the word sex in things because they know it's going to penetrate your psyche. Does that make sense? Here, let me draw it. Sounds crazy, but just remember you believed in the vaccine. Now you're like panicking because you're a fucking retard. Okay, so we'll draw the water, right? That's her. This is the water. And this is why women get so emotional, I guess, during sex and stuff, unless they really focused on the mental plane where I'm a man, I can be like him, I can just not be emotional. And then they have mental breakdowns. But again, they get emotional because they're water, dude. They're actually not fuego. They're not fire. You understand? We are the fire. That's why their like emotions are fine, right? Their astral flame is fine until they get fucked a lot. Then they start to like really cope. I'm like, yo, we try to warn you, man. Okay, so he's standing on top like this. And this is missionary, okay? So we can actually make it silly, or I can like draw it in detail. I can do a bit of both. I'll make it look funny too, but this is educational. I'm not the first to say this. I'm not just making shit up. Okay? Check this out. She's having the time of her life. Okay. That's her. And this is him. We'll make him taller. Just assume this is his ass, okay? So it's like this. Let's see, this is his asshole. All right? But you know what's the funniest part of what I'm doing is I'm not the first to discover this. Like, I took this from someone else. Like, I didn't, like, notice shit. I'm not, like, I wish I was at that level, you know, where you see it everywhere. Hold on. Yeah. Just draw his body here. Can you see it? See, she has a square ass. Okay. I'm not trying to make her hot. Well, that's a guy. What are we doing? Gotta make her a little round. What if you give her this kind of ass? Like Megatron's ass. Okay, we'll just do a silly. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is educational again. I'm like not making this crude. I guess they're making love or whatever. And let's say he has like a big dick. We'll just draw it red. Okay. We'll say it's going in there. Okay, like that. That's the sex stack. Make it more realistic. Hold on. So why am I showing this? It's like not hentai. I'm not trying to like sexualize this content. And here's my defense. This is... What is this, Chad? What is this, Chad? Schizo? Gonna make sense in a second. Try not to go over her lines and make it like pretty, just so she's still there with us. Hang in there, baby. Yeah. All right, don't sexualize it. That's not funny. Okay, look at this. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, right. This one would be longer because it's the male. Whoa. Oh my God. They're actual freaks, bro. They're way too detailed in their logo. I always wondered, I'm like, isn't it supposed to be more like Seal of Solomon? Because it's never a perfect unity. Holy shit. They would make it taller. Remember, two blades of grass. If one's taller, it's the masculine, the other's the feminine, relative to each other. Or when your buddy picks you up, one of you is badass and the other's a pussy. It's in everything, right? Even in arguments, they say, all right, hold on. Like if I argue, let's say I talk about math, I am the feminine because I don't know much about mathematics. So I would get dominated. You understand? Like a passive and an active, right? A mathematician would go active on my ass. They make me look retarded. Now look at this. If you still think this is ridiculous, just focus on what do the Freemasons say the G is. This is where it gets creepy. And why is it positioned right here? That makes more sense. The color is really saving it, actually. G-spot, yeah. I haven't heard that since fucking grade school. Are you hitting the G-spot? It's like those guys who like I don't know if you came. How do you not know if she came? What the fuck? I've never asked that, right? Because I know most of the times it's no. And you definitely know when she does. Like most of the time, I'm like, I don't know, you didn't. Like, that took 5 minutes. Okay, hold on. Just happy to be with you, John. The book. Maybe we'll do it like that. Yeah, she's thicker. Okay. No! So I don't have to do too much to make my case here, right? Guess we have to draw him over her, though. Yes. Oh, look at that. I made a perfect triangle. What the fuck are the chances of that? That's satanic. Close that. Make him a little bigger. No. Yeah. Delete this. No, dude, even high-level Masons don't know this. They don't read the right stuff. They read what their lodge gives them. And it says in their own books, you are being intentionally misled. And then they're like, oh, I'm too smart. I'm going to figure it out. And then they don't even know that at the top, it's just a sex cult. It's like, yeah, if your morals have to be hidden, it's because they're bad. No one's morals are hidden, right? Like, thou shalt not kill. Oh, that's just for us. You'll keep it a secret. Just keep that a secret, but don't tell anyone. That's too edgy. If your morals are a secret, you're a sex cult.